All right, hello everybody. We are back again. Uh, it is the dawn. It is the dawn after the party has taken a long rest after it finally returned from the Moonshay Isles and completed their quest. With them in the leaky cup is Howard, the halfling. Uh oh. Okay, you cut for a second. Can you still hear?
Yes,
I
I'm
can
good.
hear you.
Keep going.
All right, good. Howard's with you. Lou is with you. Click is with you. I believe Chris is going to join us pretty soon. And Mason Chaucer. He is a traveling chef. Yay! There's Chris.
Hey, can you all hear me?
I too.
Yes,
Yep, I can hear
yes.
you.
Can anyone
Uh,
not hear Chris?
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
Chris.
Chris.
uh,
You good, Ian? Okay. So, good job. Congrats, Chris. You arrived just in time. So we're giving the recap. You guys are in Waterdeep. You're in the Leaky Cup. You still need to take Howard home. There's this guy named Mason Chaucer. He's a traveling chef. He bummed some money off of you guys in exchange for coming along and cooking for you for a bit. Um, and you all were discussing how to get to Parnast. Lou floated the idea of hooking up with a caravan. Uh, guys know that'll be a little slower. Howard says it would take about a week on horses. And that's where we begin. Let's go with Chris here. His yeah.
did we even decide if we were going to take Howard?
I believe several party members were going ho for it, and the others hadn't said.
Because
Meepo
somebody
is not.
mentioned dragons.
Yeah, I believe that part was up for debate.
Meepo wants to visit the dragons.
Levi says no dragons.
Yes, dragons.
Dragons bad.
Lou
Dragons
says
good.
Lou said, "Well, we could just check it out. If there is actually a dragon, then we can just run away."
Why would you run away?
Because dragons are bad.
Dragons are
'Cause,
good.
well, Meepo, they tend to eat me. What's your opinion, Click?
That is the will of the almighty dragon.
Well, maybe dragons later, but probably not now.
Okay.
Unless Meepo has a way of guaranteeing safety for everybody involved, and that includes Howard.
Uh,
You cannot guarantees against an almighty being.
but we're trying to save Howard's home, aren't we?
I believe that was the assignment, says Lou.
This is
And is
assumptions you
Howard's
cannot.
home being attacked by dragons?
Howard
Ha-
doesn't know what he
It's
is
not
actually
necessary,
attacking.
It's not necessarily dragons.
Okay, so we're assuming it's dragons.
Yes.
Gotcha. And what leads us to believe it's dragons?
A small voice comes up as you all are talking at the breakfast table. We just think it's a dragon based on the lore.
And what is the lore?
Well, the fish have, and you see there Howard. He's very tired. He rubs his eyes. It looks like he didn't sleep very well. Well, we think it's a black dragon because the water has gotten a little foul and the fish have been kind of disappearing and fading from our nets. We we believe it's in the marshlands and we don't normally go in there. So that's why they sent first Beck and then myself to get help.
Okay. Are we aware of any other thing that could cause these phenomenon?
Make it a nature check.
All right, first roll in 3 months. Surely it won't go bad. Let's see. Nature. All right. And we're still level 7, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Okay, that page is taking some time to load, so give it a little bit.
Ooh.
Suddenly loud.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Nature. Oh yeah, this will be beautiful. That's a 4.
Click, to your knowledge? No. I mean, sometimes ponds get scummy, but that was not because of a dragon. It's okay if you guys don't want to come.
I'm going. I've told him I'll go.
Yeah, but don't we have to meet at the tavern soon?
No, we still have time.
Oh.
We talked
Yeah.
about
But don't we need practice near the tavern?
no.
What are we practicing?
Oh. Don't we need to fix your armor?
Who, my armor?
I mean, yeah. At some point,
It's
died.
been 3 months and y'all never fixed my armor?
Your armor's fine, Click.
Okay.
It's the Katya's armor. The armor that keeps swapping resistances because it has that cracked crystal in its chest.
Gotcha.
Well, if it makes you feel better, we'll pass by the tavern. We have to head south along Tradeway, and we'll go through Daggerford and then through the Misty Forest.
I'm gonna help him.
Well, angsty.
I know. I've been sad for a while, and in time I'll get over it.
Or Chris, out of character. Beck died.
Who died?
His brother.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, my face disappeared. Okay.
No, that's funny because I was just going to comment that says, you know, you're talking, but your lips are not moving.
Oh,
Yeah.
my face disappeared.
And boop. Okay. Yeah. So I've got some money. I was gonna get a horse for myself, but like Lou said, you all could get hired on by a caravan.
We could also look
Like-
for. Do we need a cart? Is that what we're talking about?
No, it's like they send supplies to Lork all the time. And then
Ah,
yeah, so I think they hire bodyguards for the caravan too. Beck was talking about doing that as a profession, so that way he could see more of the world.
Well, if we want to do that and then, you know, stop by the tavern, see how, you know, if we keep going from there, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it sounds like an idea to me, says Click.
Does click?
Click's already here.
Says Lou.
Who needs time for big depression about the dead brother when you could be drinking at tavern?
we've talked. We're gonna go. Maybe what we do is we go and help save the town, and then we all get drunk at the tavern.
Well, let's get as far as the tavern first.
So are we in the town that's...
Right now, you guys
Navigation?
are. Right now, you're in Waterdeep. You're gonna have to travel for a while. Through Daggerford, Succomber, some other towns, including Lork,
Gotcha.
before you get to Pendergast.
Well, Howard did help us.
Parnast.
So
Not
I
bad.
see
Howard barely helped us, by the way.
he was present.
he was on the battlefield mostly.
So I see no issue with going ahead and offering aid for his town.
Thank
Unless
you very
it's
much.
dragons.
Well, thank you both. I understand that it's an inconvenience.
It is not an inconvenience. This is what we do.
Yes, it is.
What were
Uh,
we gonna do in the meantime?
Howard, in your town, is it full of
Go to the
little
tavern?
people like you?
Yeah, my whole family's up there.
No, but I mean the entire village, town.
Yeah, it's
Meepo will
mostly.
fit right in.
Well, yeah, he'll fit in all the doors.
Of course. Meepo fits in many doors.
Are we bringing his adopted tribe with us?
The adopted tribe wanted to go back to their old cave and rebuild their clan.
And Meepo did not go with them.
No.
Okay. I was just thinking more bodies to feed.
If you guys get enough money, mercenaries enter the equation.
Now, if we need that many, if we need mercenaries, I think we're just over our head and need to run away.
So, as you all are discussing this, out comes a very boisterous character with long, lanky limbs and an awkward stride. It's good morning, everyone. How did you all sleep?
Oh, him. Feel free to include that out loud.
Yes, me, Mason Saucer. Sorry, my accent came through. Chaucer.
I think he made you breakfast, Cat.
Fucking Chaucer.
Oh, what are you having this morning? Maybe I can spring it up.
I'm probably just having some bread and cheese.
You see him like dig through his vest, and he pulls out a small powder, and he sprinkles it over your bread.
I look at Mason and said, "You're gonna have to excuse her. She doesn't eat meat."
Oh, cheese is okay though, right?
Cheese is cool.
Okay, eggs.
Eggs are cool.
Okay,
No meat.
milk. Just no meats.
No
Milk.
meat.
Okay. All right, got it. Noted. Remember, can make many fine dishes that way. Soups and stews, and yes. Where are we heading this morning? It's like there's a new day in front of us. We're headed to
I'm so
my
sorry.
home.
Distracted by the cat in the background.
Tito.
Well, I'm gonna go get a horse. Excuse me.
Yeah, you do that.
Yep. So, Howard leaves, leaving the party and Mason in the tavern. It's like Lou says, "Well, since the caravan was my idea, I could go look to try to get us hired on for one. Meet you guys by the gate in an hour."
Okay.
Sounds good.
Or better
Okay.
to go.
What?
Or better to go.
Yeah. All right, I'll go. And so Lou leaves. So unless you guys have any specific ideas on how to kill an hour, you guys can if you want to get any horses yourselves or not, yeah, you'll meet up at the caravan.
Do they have anything to do?
Oh, Click, you were able to collect those jewels you wanted.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the ones that you had commissioned. They were supposed to be
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
Uh,
Levi. Here's your kitty.
Cat.
on that camera, it looks like ghost eyes.
Well, he's got he has a half stash.
All right. So, as you all meet at the gate, there's Lou, standing beside a short caravan of about 4 boats, and there's Howard on a pony. Oh, that is a full view of Cat.
Cat.
There's a
I
cat.
was like, did I do something different?
Okay. In front of him, you see a human man, a bald-headed dwarf, a human woman who is like adorned in thick blankets, covering herself almost like I don't want to say poncho, but it's like it looks like. Uh, and then lastly, another man, also human with thick curly hair as well as thick bits of hair on his arms and a bit of a pointed nose. He's shorter than most you've seen. So Lou says, "Well, these guys said they would take us on, but I was only able to get myself hired directly. You're going to have to convince them if you want to get paid. Otherwise, we're free to walk along beside them."
So if they get attacked, then we don't do anything until we get paid. Correct?
I mean, I get paid the whole way, so that's up to you.
Oh,
Well, then I want to look at them and say, okay, I think you need to hire the rest of us too.
The hairy man says, "Why should we do that? Hmm?
Because
How do we
we're
know
the
you're not swindling?
Because we're the best.
Oh, the best, huh? What have you done?"
Well, we have
committed murder.
We freed a slave camp.
yes, we freed a slave camp. We got rid of Waterford's worst criminal.
We killed a meth head.
Okay, so Katya, Meepo, and Levi can all make persuasion checks.
He was really hyped up on this stuff too.
I got an 18.
A 14.
What did Katya get?
1 second. On
Yep.
behind.
Helps when you have a +7 to persuasion.
Who? A 9.
A 9. Okay, so going in order. He gives a squinting look at Levi. Now, when you say that, are you referring to that corrupt Lionel Harkstone?
That is right.
He gives you a look up and down.
I was there when all his wrongdoings were avenged.
Well, with a record like that, you can definitely guard our wagon. In fact, you can be my personal bodyguard with a story like that. I want to hear some more than that. And you, looking down at Meepo, how good are you at taking orders? Specifically, how good are you at taking orders from him? He gestures to Levi.
At him. Where do you think I've been this whole time?
Well, if
I've
you're
been
good at
traveling with him.
Well, if you two are lumped together, we'll hire you on as a sergeant. And you, he just looks at Katia. Hey, you're pretty big. You can be a basic.
See,
What about-
Katya,
We
this is
also
why
have
you
our
should
bird
kill
friend.
meth heads.
Yes, your bird friend hasn't spoken yet. I wasn't going to assume that he was intelligent, without asking.
Shit.
Let him speak first before I say something rude.
I think. Yes.
He really doesn't talk very much, but he is a valuable member to our party.
All right, can Click roll a persuasion with advantage for Levi sticking up with him?
Okay. I'm sorry. I spent this entire time going through spells. I bought new books, which gave me new things to look at.
Oh, I get it.
So I've been trying to read in detail so I can prepare for long boat rides. Let's see. You said persuasion?
Yes, and you get it with advantage because Levi's helping you out here.
That's good to hear. That'll be an 18.
Have you done any great and heroic feats such as your friend here claimed to have done?
Not necessarily, but I am quite good at keeping people away from dying.
Oh, that's excellent. You can also be my bodyguard.
See, Katya, this is why you should kill meth heads.
And to put that in layman's terms, each rank comes with a different pay grade. So Levi and Click are hired on as bodyguards, which is roughly 10 gold pieces every 5 days. So by the end of the trip, since you are going by caravan, you're going to get 20 gold pieces out of it. Now, hired on as a sergeant, it's a little bit less, but I said 20 for the bodyguards, so that would be 16 for Meepo.
Acceptable.
And then Katia is going to get 10.
What does Lou get?
Lou also got himself hired on as a basic.
How did these get chosen?
Based
Does
on
he-
persuasion.
Quiet, grunt.
Bo.
Basically, they just talked themselves up better. they nailed the interview.
So before we go, there is one thing I'd like to get, and I'd like to buy at least 3, 4. Let's say at least 10 empty vials.
Okay. I'll have to look that up, but I think that's good. It's like
I think they're relatively cheap.
yeah. If we'll look that up later, but yeah, you can definitely find in town 10 empty vials.
Perfect.
You
And then
private.
before we get on the boat, I'm actually going to fill each vial up with water.
We're not going on a boat.
Oh, I thought we were going on a boat.
Caravan.
Caravan.
Oh, sag it. Okay, I can adjust.
R.I.P.
I heard that we were near a dock, so I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, we just got off a boat at Waterdeep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, as everything has been squared away, the
I would like to go ahead though and get the like I said, fill those up with water,
that's good.
which I imagine would be pretty easy.
Yeah. All right. So you guys set on down the road. Can I get someone?
You, Katya, private. Carry me.
Not this again.
Katya just grabs him and puts him on her back.
Why are you carrying him?
This is a thing that recently happened.
Mighty steed. Oh. If you must picture, Chris, I am wearing only a toga made out of a robe.
Gotcha.
It's basically a way to keep him out of trouble. If Katya is holding him all the time, he can't run off.
I see.
You
Smart.
do not hold me. I ride your back, your shoulders.
That's exactly what she wants you to think.
You cannot contain me.
Okay. So, as you guys are traveling down the road, can I get someone to roll a d6 for me? And then a d12.
Who's gonna do it?
I'll do a 6.
Does she need to do the 6 and the 12, or just the 6?
Do both, please.
Okay. That's a 2. And a 3.
Okay. So, on this clear day, as you guys depart Waterdeep in the morning, uh, there's not a single cloud in the sky, and so it is very easy to spot the circling birds that are high up in the sky, almost black dots for most people not looking. The travel down the road is smooth as you go along the Tradeway, one of the most well maintained roads in the kingdom. Uh, Beyond seeing the other travelers along the way, your day is not too eventful as you eventually come to a rest. Um, as the sun has begun setting, you see the round the bend, the very familiar Thunderlock Tavern. But there has been many changes while you've been gone. There are 4 structures set on the other side of the road, closer to the ocean's edge. They seem to be made of smooth stone, with, and it's very difficult to tell where the seams are. There seems to be lots of people moving around, setting up impermanent structures around the tavern as you all pull in for the night.
They must be getting ready for the big tournament that we're supposed to be here for.
The bald, sorry.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I cut you off.
Nope.
The bald-headed dwarf says, "Yeah, that should be interesting to see. I hope my schedule lines up so I can see it. There's a lot of rumors going around what's going to happen this year. Normally, it's not this big."
Well, that's okay. We'll come out the winners anyways. So
Well, if you're as good as fighting as you are at talking, that'll make sense.
you don't have to be good at talking when you're as good at everything else.
Meeple will kill whatever meth heads you face.
People stuck on meth heads.
Got Meeple his job.
All right. So as you guys enter the tavern to spend the night, um, Mason chimes in and is like, "Oh, this is glorious! I don't think I've ever seen this before. Oh, such elegant workmanship! I hope they let me in their kitchen."
Maybe Mason. Maybe they need a cook. I mean, it is a bar.
"Oh, maybe, but I've made a sincere promise to be with you until I have paid off my debt. Maybe once we get to Lork."
You know, I think Kat, who was the one that loaned you the money, I think she'd be okay with it.
Actually, yeah, this is true.
"Oh, but that would feel, that, I I could not be left in such debt. Such generosity must be repaid."
Ah, okay. part of my brain is like he is very clearly a
Stalker.
no, a plant.
So what's his name again?
Mason.
So
Shops.
I look at Mason and I say, loud enough for Captain to still hear. Now I'm still fairly new to this land, but in my land, typically, it's not the one who's trying to pay off the debt that determines what is of equal value. So wouldn't it be up to Katana to decide what she would consider an equal value of repayment?
Well, is that the custom here? I must admit, I'm a bit of a traveler myself.
No, I think actually Click really settled on him for once. But well, oh. Thinking. Sorry.
I mean, back where I'm from, if a debt is to be repaid,
Logan.
it is up to the one who is owed the debt to determine what that repayment will be.
Out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Is he important?
That's for you all to find out.
Logan.
We can
He's the
kill him and
DBG.
find out.
So, I can do a thing in character that might help. Let me go back on my list of prepared spells.
Well, if Chris doesn't, I have something to. While he is looking, I'm going to use my medallion of thoughts and do a detect thoughts and just do a upper level thought. See what upper level thoughts he may have.
All right, I got an idea, but I'll have to wait until there's a moment where Captain and I can pull ourselves away for a little bit.
It's a save, right?
The detect thoughts.
Yeah.
Let me find out exactly. It is only a save if I probe deeper.
Okay. So surface level
surface
thoughts.
thoughts are there is no save against it.
Okay. His surface thoughts are like, uh-oh, I hope they let me come along their journey.
Okay, so in that case, I will probe a little deeper into that, and that will take a wisdom saving throw, and I believe that is a save of 15.
I hope they don't find out my secret.
He's cursed.
Well, if that is the case, actually, make a persuasion roll, because Katya, or Click, whoever wants to make it, because you're making a conjoined effort on this.
I will give Cat advantage.
Okay. What we got? Okay. That's a 17.
Well, if that is your wish, then let me see if I can find work here, and then I'll pay you back the money before you depart.
And I'm going to send a message to Kat saying he's hiding something. He wants to come with us for some reason.
Hold that thought. Finish dinner. Levi, can I talk to you for a hot second?
And then
And I grab
yeah.
you and pull you.
Not much of a choice, Levi.
Okay.
Okay, he's hiding something. Do you think it's okay to recommend he join whatever the thing we joined is, and then we could just part ways later?
Well, the feeling I got from him was that he wanted to go with us, but he had a secret of some sort. And I couldn't delve in enough to find out what that secret was. But he's definitely hiding something.
Can't
It,
just
it,
respect
it
the
might be a
man's
thing
privacy.
of keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer, till we find out what he actually is.
Give the man some privacy. Jeez.
Okay, why don't we recommend then that he joins the caravan thing we're in?
All right. How
I'll go-
how tall is Mason? Is he human?
Yeah, he's a human.
Maybe he should carry Meepo. And that
Why?
way Meepo can also keep watch over him.
No, Meepo must only have his subordinates carry him.
Mason's a subordinate.
I don't know what rank Mason is.
He's
He's lower than Cat, so
Is he?
Yeah, Mason's considered a tag along.
Cat's a private,
Right.
but
A
Mason's
tag
not
along is
hired
someone.
by the.
Exactly.
So technically, doesn't work for the caravan. Therefore, I can't order him around.
no.
Well, if he's my tag along, I can order him around.
Yeah, he is tagging along. Uh, and describe the tavern a little bit more. You guys recognize your picture on the wall, and it looks like floors and tables have been adjusted. Like they are definitely expecting a lot more people to come in. There, in fact, some of the rooms have even been converted into bunk beds, so that way uh, they can fit more people in with their limited space. And those semi-permanent structures, there look to be like some bedding in there. Some booths were being set up. This is expected to be a grand party. Um, Now, because of the added size of the caravan, you guys you do not have to share rooms. Luckily, because like the bulk of the festivities have not begun, so it's still just in the build-up phase.
Ooh.
All right. Now, Mason comes back. He says, "Well, good news is they had decided to hire me on, and they were so impressed with the vegetable stew that I made, because I know your dietary habits, that they went ahead and gave me in advance." So he gives you the few coins back.
Who's hired you? The
I
tavern or
want
the caravan?
to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut anybody off.
No.
But I would like to do a insight check to see if he's BSing.
All right.
So is that okay? Do I roll?
Yeah, roll.
Okay. Let's see here. Insight. That's a 17.
He seems to be honest.
Hmm.
And as far as to answer Levi's question, oh, they hired me here at the tavern.
Well, are you
Yeah.
sure you don't want to go with us?
Well,
I thought that was your plan.
Miss Katya, said the debt was paid, and I didn't want to intrude. It's like, and besides, this is still a new place for me to stay, and new ventures to have, albeit in a kitchen, but I can move further on down to Dragonspear Castle later. They were talking about that.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Well, I don't want to intrude.
Have we gotten our rooms yet?
Technically no.
Okay. And this is where we're staying, right?
Stay in the night, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get a room
Uh-huh.
just so I can separate myself for a little bit.
Hmm.
And then once I do so, I'm gonna use sending to send a message to Ian to say, try and get it to where he would be on the fence about joining us again. I'm going to try something.
Okay. And then I will tell Mason. I'll say I'll talk to Kat and see what she thinks. She may want you to come along if that's what your wish is.
Oh, I mean, I'm just anxious to see the world and, not be in anyone's debt. Since, since Miss Cat, since she said the debt was paid, then I don't want to intrude.
Okay. Well,
If-
like I said, I'll talk to her, and we can always use a good cook. It's better than Meepo's raw food.
Well,
That's
as long
very fair.
What is wrong with my food?
Nothing.
as
That's
long
what
as
I
she,
thought.
as long as she is accepting, I don't want to intrude.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll talk to her.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, Levi.
And I'll let you know in the morning.
Yes, thank you. Good night.
That's
And he abruptly leaves for his room.
All right. So once I'm in my room,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to attempt for the first time
Uh-oh.
cast augury.
Okay.
So I pull out those gems carved into feathers.
Yep.
I take them in a bag, shake them up real nice, and with my eyes closed, I take one and I start laying them out in a horizontal row.
Uh-huh.
And as I'm casting this spell, I am asking, in regards to the action that we're going to take, to convince this guy to continue to join us for this trip. And I'm asking for the type of results that we would get.
Okay. Let's see. Course of action that you plan to take within the next 40 minutes. So it normally says gem inlaid sticks or rolling dragon bones. Okay. So I'm gonna make this up because I haven't done too much tarot card stuff and I don't know the symbols right.
Like I said, these are just the gems that I had crafted into a feather.
Right. So, like with knuckle bones, like they're typically on one side there's written an image, on the other side there's written an image. So, what kind of, I guess your images of Serenetta would be upside down on your gems,
Okay.
signifying woe.
Okay. All right. Then I will go back down and rejoin the group. And I'm assuming at that point that I would see that he is no longer there. Is that right?
Yep. He has left the group.
And so it's just us at the table, right? With possibly Howard as well?
Yeah, Howard's with you. It seems like a day of riding. He's still tired, but it's like, oh, where'd you go, Click? You disappeared for a bit.
I had to check on something. So I attempted to request some information from Serenetta, and I was asking specifically about if it would be good or bad if this guy continues with us throughout this journey. And the answer that I got is bad. However, that doesn't provide a lot of details. That doesn't mean that he's necessarily bad. Just means that we may find some possible negative results if we have him come with us.
Sounds like an easy enough answer to me.
But I would want to do more investigating, but unfortunately, there's only so much information I can pull from Serenetta at this time.
So kick the guy out? Seems like the obvious answer then?
I don't
So,
know how I feel about that.
so what has he done?
You said bad
Asks-
things will happen. It doesn't
asks-
matter.
Asks Howard.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it's not that he's done anything.
In the future,
Wait,
bad
wait,
things will happen to us if he comes with us. So therefore,
Wait. Is it him that causes the bad things though, or is it us?
doesn't matter.
If he comes and joins us, there will be a negative result. And that's all I was able to get from Serenetta at this time.
Okay.
I could potentially try and ask for more information, but I would need to try and locate some other things to help me out with doing that.
It seems straightforward to me.
Boy, you guys and some of your gods. Just weird.
Yeah, I don't
Not
get it
believe
either.
your silly
So-
gods, but this is that sounds good to me. Weird cooking man.
He is strange, but he actually shared this little jerky stick with me. It was quite interesting.
Well, he's still hiding something. And we just don't know what it is yet.
Should we ask?
We could ask.
Well, if you want to ask him in the morning before we leave, I don't know what if he'll actually say something, what it is.
Well,
or how that we know that he's hiding something.
I mean, we can just say we have an unscrupulous eye. Did I use that word right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a very cat answer. Well, I'm gonna go to bed because we're supposed to leave in the morning. Says Lou, and Howard. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed as well. All right, that just leaves you four. What?
Yeah,
you-
I
and you-
think I'll head to bed too. I guess we'll pretty much all.
Unless you
Why
guys got a
why aren't we
specific
ditching
plan.
him again exactly?
Bad things could happen.
But bad things will happen if we bring him with us.
Not necessarily. It's just a negative result will occur. We
Why
don't
don't-
know what
that
that
sounds like a bad thing to me. So why bring him? Anyone?
I
Anyone?
mean,
Wait, what are you asking?
Negative result will happen if he comes with us. So why bring him?
well, we don't know what the negative result is. It could very well be that
It's
maybe
negative.
he's found some trouble and he's needing help.
But-
That very well could be a possibility. Maybe this is a negative result not of his own doing.
But it's still a negative result happening to us. Even if it's his fault or not.
I mean, it's possible, but it's really hard to say.
So we know he both has a secret, and we both know that if he comes with us, negative results will occur. Does that not add up to anyone? Like the math, the writing on the wall seems bad. Seems bad.
As you guys are talking, there's a busboy who is cleaning the tables around you as you keep talking through the night.
Okay.
He finished cleaning the tables and then heads back in.
Before he leaves,
Yep.
I look at the busboy. Would you take a random stranger on an adventure with you?
Who's the stranger?
Weird guy that cooks.
Eh.
What if he has a secret?
Well, everybody's got secrets.
That's a good point. Thank you. I give
You're
him a
welcome.
silver piece.
Thank you.
I gotta go in the
Yeah.
jug.
He walks away with a little pep in his step. All right. So unless you all say anything else,
So
uh,
before going to bed,
Right.
sorry,
no,
I'm
you're
gonna
good.
do one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is those 10 vials of water I have.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go ahead and ritual cast. Let me see here. Where are you at?
Bless? No, not bless.
No, not
Sanctify?
blessed. No ceremony.
Ooh. Okay, so you can do one of those and still do your long rest without any disadvantage, but like it won't go away either. So if you want to say
Right.
you're doing this over the next few days to get all of them, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and just do it one at a time then.
Okay.
And then yeah, so there's blessed water, which will slowly allow me to have these vials of holy water, just as backup, just in case. If
Now,
nothing else can always be sold to a church for money.
yeah, if you want to do it in the back of the cart, that's also acceptable.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and knock out one tonight, and then I'll try and do maybe 2 or 3 a day or so.
Okay. Okay. Ritual casting, right?
Yeah,
that
ritual
where-
casting.
Okay, doke. Yeah, that's
So
fine.
I'm not spinning up that first level spell slot.
Okay. So the night passes. At breakfast, the room is more filled than what you experienced last night. There's a familiar woman, dark skin with short cut hair, wearing robes with a white chest piece, looking like a castle tower uh, on the center of her chest. She is eating breakfast. She's shooting dirty looks towards your party.
Excellent.
It's not the same one.
Meepo threw food at? Yes, it is.
Do it again.
Yeah.
No, Meepo, leave her alone.
So, out comes Mason. It's like, "Good morning, everyone." It's like, "How did you all sleep today?" Howard says, "Actually, I felt a little better. This is a very comfortable bed."
It was very nice.
Well, if I believe Levi was to speak with you all, and if you, regardless of your decision, it was pleasant traveling with you, no matter how short it was. And I look forward to seeing you all again if I still happen to be employed here when you return.
Best of luck.
I'm gonna look at Cap, kind of with the eyebrow of like,
See-
what are we gonna do then?
Well, we want you to know that if you'd like to tag along, you can. And you
What?
could potentially. But if you're comfortable staying here, we'll also be back.
I think you really fit in well here. These seem like your kind of people.
Do you mean Waterdeep or with us?
The tavern.
Look, I understand I can come on a bit strong to people, but I will be here, no worries.
No. Never said that. But this seems
Well,
like your kind of people.
it was nice meeting you all.
You
I
as
will,
well.
I now bid you all good luck on your adventure as he leaves. Okay. So you all finish your breakfast. The merchants have gotten their carts and gear all together as you head further on down to Daggerford. Can I get a D6 and a D12, please? From Eric this time.
Hey,
Somebody
Yes.
else.
3 and an 8.
Okay. So the clouds seem to have moved in. The weather is much cooler. And, and as you all are headed south, you are actually overtaken by a holy procession. There are many individuals, all draped in garb depicting roses and black thorns or bits of grain. Katya, because you are local to the area, you know that this is a procession for of thanks to Shantae, the our agricultural god associated with Daggerford.
Ah, I will pass that along.
Yes, you notice that there might be a little bit of celebrating going on, but it's really more of a thank you for the weather kind of holy day.
You said it's overcast?
Yeah, it's overcast right now.
Kind of a weird weather to thank for, but okay.
It's more of on an annual calendar than
Mm.
it is for that.
Thank you for this blessed, cursed, shitty weather.
Overcast isn't shitty.
Overcast is, yeah, it's a bit shitty.
You probably prefer overcast, meaning that the sun isn't really shining through.
It is
That's-
preferable. But I also prefer warm.
Okay, so you guys are continue to take the wagon along. Uh, the procession basically follows you all the way to Daggerford. As again night settles down, you're gonna have to take another short respite uh, in the Sleeping Bear Inn with the Kata. Uh, you almost get swarmed by the locals as you are recognized here again,
Oh,
and
right.
In a good way?
In a good way. This is
it
home.
yeah this is literally her hometown.
So,
In a good way?
yes, yes, good way. We saved them from vampires. Oh, we forgot to mention the vampires
To who?
and the wolves.
Oh, you're right. If you had mentioned the vampires, Katia, you'd probably be above Meepo right now.
I glare at Meepo.
Quiet. I slap
Meepo.
on her head.
Dude, I
Slap
will
the
not
top of her
carry
head.
you if you stomp on my head.
You carry me.
I turn over and say, I'd always be more than happy to carry you, Meepo.
No,
I
she
will
carry
even
me.
make sure you have the best view.
No, she carry me.
So
Move,
unless
primate.
unless you guys want to do anything specific, as you settle into the Sleeping Bear Inn, it's very familiar and jovial. Um, uh, let's see who's got the highest passive. Meepo, you passive perception.
Yeah, it's me.
The woman that you that is in a part of your caravan, the one who seems to be hauling various bolts of cloth and furs. You see her speaking with a man, and so she seems to be like in through thorough conversation, and you see an exchange of money.
Well,
But other than that, it's just a typical day.
good on him for paying for things.
Are you curious?
Slightly, but eh? People
Okay.
paying, giving people money for things. I
Okay.
hope she's being safe about it.
Fair enough.
Well, as you guys, if you don't do anything else, you travel on a little bit further.
Does her hometown seem like the kind of place that would have prostitutes on the corner?
No.
No.
Before we go, I turn
Yeah.
to Katana and I say, "Hey, do you happen to know a place where I can get a $50 gem or 50 gold piece gem?"
I do know the place, but I can't promise you'll have anything.
Katya, your
It
hometown
doesn't
has
hurt to
really
stop
gone
by
to
while
shit.
we're here.
Logan, was it the general store? Or wasn't there like a jeweler?
A general store for Daggerford.
I send it. That burned down, didn't it?
No, it didn't because Trim and Rena defended it.
That's right. I sent him to the general store. Hey,
I recall
Cooper.
brutally murdering someone.
Hi, buddy.
So I'll
What's
head to the
going
general
on?
store.
Okay. It is a simple storefront. As you walk in, it's very well kept and neat. Behind the counter, sitting on a high stool, is a gnome, just drinking what looks to be some kind of tea. As you enter in, the bell ding 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 ding.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, welcome to Wayland's Wares.
That's right.
Yes. By any chance, I'm looking for a gem, possibly worth about 50 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of those. Is any specific type? As he
No, just something nice and something that would be easy to catch the eye.
is it for a lady?
No, though it
Oh,
might
okay.
be. It could be
Okay.
for multiple ladies
Oh,
and multiple men and multiple other things. Possibly undead,
oozes.
maybe humanoid beasts. I wonder if it'll work on beasts. I'm not sure.
Oh, this is a spell component. My bad. I thought this was for a ring.
Oh no.
Yeah, you just saw the confusion on his face. It's like, yeah, a woman, women, men. It's like just you see the gears turning in his head. Oh, okay. You see him stand up on his stool. He turns around and like he reaches for his top shelf and he pulls off a box. Here we go. Here's my 50 gem piece collection. It's like we've got rubies and emeralds and sapphires and topaz and they're all in various sizes according to their cost. Is there a specific one?
Something that if you were to see it held high, it would immediately grab your attention.
Oh, you want something big then? Well, he's digging, 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 digging. I've got this amber. It's the cheapest for its size, so therefore it is the largest.
But it is 50 gold, right?
Yes, it is a 50 gold gem piece.
Let's see here, just to make sure. All right. Then we'll go with that.
Very well. Nice to meet you, sir. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Click, yes.
Well, Click, come back to Wayland's Wares and buy some more. We're almost always open, except when I sleep.
I tell you what, actually, if you have any pearls, I would be happy
Pearls.
to those.
How expensive?
You know what? Let me go ahead and get 100 gold worth. Assuming you have
Oh.
that much.
Glorious day. Let me check. I do. Yes. He's digging through boxes. Yes, pearls. No one's asked for pearls in such a long time. I almost considered offloading them. But glorious day. Here, he opens the box. It's all these various pearls of mix-matched sizes.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let's go ahead and separate these. I need 4 piles of 25.
Okay.
Gold worth, totaling up to 100.
Okay.
Size
And
itself doesn't necessarily matter.
well, you see him pull out a magnifying glass and like he's just giving them like a cursory once over before he throws them in a general pile. Does it have to be exact?
at least 25.
Oh, that's easy. And then he throws another extra one on top of each. Kitty cat. Yes, here we go. Pearls.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Perfect. Yep. So once we get the 100 worth of pearls and that 50 piece of amber, I am good.
Fantastic. Be sure to come back and spend more money.
Absolutely.
We like my moms. Even
Tell
if
Katya her hometown has really gone downhill lately, hasn't it?
my hometown has not gone down lately.
I mean, people are openly paying prostitutes in broad daylight.
What?
Yeah, this guy's right over there. He just paid her money, right on the street corner.
Katya, looking over, you see one of the caravan people has paid someone who is garbed in leathers and has a sword on his belt.
He said it was a her.
Yeah, the caravan person is a her.
Ah,
Does Meepo's culture even have the concept of prostitutes?
No.
lived in water deep long enough.
But
He-
you can't. Oh my goodness.
You
Guys-
learn things, Katya. You learn things.
You gotta survive. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Anyway, let's get away from this situation. Does anybody want to do anything else before we move on to the next day?
I will ask the group if there is any specific question they would like for me to ask next time I'm able to communicate with Serenetta.
Should we
Trying to
go
think
back
of a
to the
joke.
guy?
Should we go back to the guy?
For the guy.
Oh,
For the guy. Okay. I can find that out for you in the morning.
That's fine. I want to go see my dad.
Yes, you can go see your dad for sure. You walk across town. It's you've left the more bustling part of town, and you're while still remaining within the rock wall that surrounds Daggerford. You get to that modest house that you've spent so long in, and your dad answers the door. Oh, Cat, it's good for you to be back. He goes and gives you a hug. Oh, I'm sorry, Dari. I should have asked first.
Oh, you're my dad. That's fine.
Yeah, it's yeah. How are you? Would you like some soup?
I would love some soup.
It's potato. I hate to say. It's like I served that last time you were here.
That's okay. I don't get good potato soup like I do at home.
Yeah, that you're too kind, Katia. I'm sure you've had good soup other places. And he
Can't you
invites you
reflect on where she's been recently? No.
in. So he invites you in. It's that warm home atmosphere.
I feel like I managed to come home more now with this adventuring party than I managed to
Yeah.
previously.
Well, the army kept you in your fort
Yeah.
and patrolling south a lot. So,
Yeah.
since, yeah, you're sticking to an area. So, how's your trip been?
Actually, not great.
Oh, what happened?
Well, we were trying to help find some lost people who got kidnapped. And Logan, did I kill people or did I just attack people? Like the guards?
I don't remember. I don't
don't
remember
either.
if you dealt killing blows or not.
I don't
I
think
know I
so.
did.
Yes, you did. You
could commit a
certainly
not
did.
killing blow.
Well, and part of the reason that we got in trouble with the city guard in Waterdeep. And I've had a lot of anger problems recently. And we went on to save a lot of those people who were kidnapped, but then on the way back, I feel like there wasn't anything I could do. A lot of them died in this attack on the ship.
Well, attacked by what?
I described the weird fish people.
You see him shudder a little bit. Look, Katia, you couldn't have done anything more. You told me you were fighting that large one, right?
Yeah. But still, to have managed to give them hope and then rip it away from so many.
Meepo still is enjoying this conversation from Katya's shoulders.
Nepo is not with me.
Meepo is still here.
No.
Meepo did not say he left.
If Meepo stealthed with Katia, as in he followed Katia all the way to her house, I'll
Sure.
allow him to be in earshot.
I was never taken off of her shoulders.
I didn't feel like I needed to specify that.
Meepo was never taken off of her shoulders.
Let's roll a quick stealth check, and you can be in the shadows somewhere.
Fuck. I still say I was still on her shoulders this whole time. Very interesting, Katya. Yes, very interesting.
I mean, my perception is pretty low, so.
Yeah, no one sees him there. He literally was walking in your shadow under your cape that goes with your armor. I'm just picturing it the whole
Demand
way.
to be on her shoulders.
Wait, what was
Meepo
that nat
just
one?
fine. I have advantage because of my cloak.
Oh,
Oh.
damn. So yeah, Meepo's just listening to this whole conversation. Whether he speaks or not will determine if you know he's there.
On her shoulders.
He's not on your shoulders.
Damn it! Come on. You
I'm-
gotta love the comedy of the scene. Come on.
Well, Katya, you did what you could. And how many did you save?
Well, if we had roughly 25 and we lost roughly 8-ish, over 15.
Sometimes you kill a blighted crop to save the rest. Tough choices are everywhere, Cat.
You're right.
Most of them were gnomes, so it is acceptable.
Ah!
I reflexively punch.
Okay.
Roll attack.
Be that way.
Well, I didn't know you were there.
I've always been here. I never left.
Crap.
I've been on your shoulders all the time.
I don't manage. I only roll. It's an 8.
Meepo, she swings at you. It's slow and awkward in her armor.
Slow as ever.
You dodge nimbly. What okay, now what do you guys do? Who is that?
Oh, crap. It's Meepo. He was here last time.
Meepo was always here.
Ah,
Even when you think Meepo wasn't around, Meepo was around.
damn it. You see him holding his chest a little bit. Well, it would be rude for me not to offer you food. Would you like some potato soup?
Yes.
Okay. He gets you a bowl, Meepo.
Meepo, don't do this again.
No.
You're a funny fella, aren't you? He says as he puts the bowl down.
Who said anything about funny? Meepo is not humorous.
Your friends are interesting, Katya. You've been living a very interesting life.
very good way to put it.
Yeah, it's rather dull here in Daggerford. Every day is much the same.
Apparently, you can pay prostitutes on the open street corner, though.
Oh,
So it can't be
there,
that bad.
there are not.
What it
All
looks
I
like to Meepo.
Prostitutes?
no,
Katya, prostitutes?
no, Meepo doesn't know what he's looking at. It's
I
the
just see a man and a woman exchange money on a street corner covertly. So Meepo assumes prostitutes.
it's the caravan that's in town.
Oh,
Apparently, some
like
of them hire prostitutes.
No. Dad, please ignore him.
okay.
And I just
It's your
wistfully
home.
look around,
It's your home,
And I'm-
not Meepo's.
and I'm like, I think I could use a simple lifestyle again.
It's your hometown, not mine. You gotta live here.
it's not for everyone. You know, some people crave adventures and they go for long walks.
Some people crave prostitutes on street corners.
I will kick you out of this house.
That is rude, Private. Do not speak to your sergeant this way.
Meepo, can you go see what Levi's up to?
Ah, he is boring.
Well, anyway, I've got an early day tomorrow, so I'm afraid, Meepo, that I only have one bed, and I'm pretty sure it's for Katya.
Meepo
Yes.
does not sleep on beds.
Meepo will go sleep with the caravan because since he's a sergeant, he might need to go and keep track of people in it.
Yes, Private, we must stick with our caravan.
Dad, I'll let you get a good night's rest to assure that I'll go for the evening.
Okay.
Would be ashamed if it was attacked at night while we were gone.
I do not like this power dynamic.
Well, when you're coming back through town on the return trip by the river, be sure to visit again, Katya. I'll try to keep something in stock, maybe some flaxseed cake.
Oh, that would be good. But don't worry about it too much. I'll see if I can bring anything by next time I come around.
I'm looking forward to it, Katya. And you all depart.
And this time I carry Meepo like a sack.
Dragging
Meepo
him
shall ride your shoulders, damn it.
No, carrying like a sack. Dragging a little bit.
And that
Alright.
over your shoulder?
Katya and Meepo return to the party. So, yep.
Go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
I would say before calling it a night, I would also spend a spell slot to cast Sending to my mom.
Okay. All right, get ready to count.
Hi, Mom. Sorry I didn't contact you before, but I'm sure you know by now I'm alive. I am also well. Made lots of friends, learning lots.
Oh, sweetie, so glad to hear from you. Your father and I are so happy that you are okay. So it's really hard for me to flex that one finger.
It's all good.
We miss you a lot, son.
All right, let's see. Say. Okay.
Okay, yeah, if you're not contacting anybody else, then y'all sleep. you head out in the morning. It looks like the person that was talking to the woman merchant um, is walking along with her cart now.
Before
Uh,
we head,
mhm.
sorry, but after we wake up
Uh-huh.
and all that fun stuff, I'm going to cast divination.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to pull out some incense and light them up, arranging them in kind of a circular pattern on the floor. And
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take 25 gold worth of pearls. I'm going to set them in the center.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to go ahead and ask. Let's see here. I'm going to ask if it is Serenetta's will for us to go back and retrieve the guy and to bring him along our journeys.
Serenetta's will. Now that's an interesting question.
So basically, what I'm looking at is not just good or bad, but does this line up with her alignment? Not that this may prove a negative result, but ultimately, will this be for good?
Well,
That's a tough question.
it is because being being the kind of person that would consider letting him come along, I think would fall more into her domain, but it's not something that necessarily would help her advance as a deity. Like
The
not
idea
even
isn't the idea isn't for her to advance. It's to make sure that I'm doing
you're upholding her values.
yes.
Okay. I would say that if phrased that way, would bringing him along uphold the values of Serenetta, which are what are her tenets? Because I haven't looked her up in a bit.
You're fine. You're fine. Give me one moment. I can find that out easy. Here's I picked like probably the most unknown god.
There's a purring kitten I can hear.
Oh, it's my Cooper cat.
It's like at first I thought it was just like machine noise, but then it was like there was that pitch change.
Wow, I'm impressed. He's right here. I think you can kind of see his little face.
Yeah.
He likes blankets.
Yeah. You say he loves laps, but only when there's a blanket on them.
Yep, that's why I'm constantly under a blanket going.
Well, as Chris is doing that, what does the rest of the party want to do before they leave? If it's nothing, then we can head on in either direction depending on what Serenetta would want.
Mm,
I've accomplished.
Hmm.
Meepo is proud of his underling.
I never thought this power dynamic was actually going to be the case. It was really just more a factor of pay grade.
Meepo is a good boss.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, yeah.
Hi.
So Serenetta's values are friendship, of all races, to the best of our ability.
Uh,
Uh, let's see here. A lover of music, and would take human form to visit with bards, or avatar form to visit with bards. And with her alignment being neutral good.
okay.
Basically all we get from her.
So it definitely seemed like Mason wanted to be your all's friend, but he also didn't want to be overstepping bounds, which is why he ultimately stayed behind because he felt like he was coming off as annoying.
We did give that impression. In all fairness, he came in a weird time in our lives.
So, maybe you could go get him. Maybe you could just be really friendly to him on your way back. That's up for your interpretation. Um, you should definitely be nice to him. Is is what I can say definitely.
Okay. So I would share that with the group and be like, all right, so after, and by the way, just for your record, Logan, that eats up the pearl,
Yeah,
the 25 gold worth. So that's gone.
yeah, it's
But
gone.
after speaking or attempting to speak with Serenetta, what I have gathered is she would encourage us to befriend him, but nothing that necessarily says we have to bring him on our journey.
Well, it seems like we're friends already, so not like we've done that.
Well, I guess we're not going to go back and pick him up.
You want to go back?
Well, we can at this. That'll just extend everything. Kinda
I
doesn't
don't
make
think it's
sense.
a caravan to turn back.
Yeah, I don't think the caravan's going to turn around.
I mean, if nothing else, we can always go and take care of the task we're on now and then go back for him and do whatever he needs us to do if we feel that's worth doing. Because there is kind of a town that's kind of in danger. So that might be a little more pressing at the moment.
I
Very
would
true.
agree that that's more pressing.
Yeah, we can always go back and see him.
Okay. Now, can I get a D6 and a D12, please?
Not Laura.
This time would be Ian because Eric did the last one.
Come on, Paige. D6 is a 2. And a 1.
Okay. So, you all are leaving Daggerford via the south gate. You're heading further south on the tradeway in the direction of Dragonspear. For most of the day, before you get to a grassland on your left with the ocean on your right, you take a turn left to turn through the misty forest on the trail that leads through that. As you are entering the misty forest, passing you on the right are some unique individuals. Uh, you see what looks to be. Let me pull up my list here. Doo-doo-doo. There's a dwarven figure walking in front of the line. He is appearing to be shirtless with rippling muscles, but a bit of a beer gut coming on. His hair is wild and uncombed, with twigs and branches, and looks rather oily, as if he hasn't taken a bath in several days. Followed behind is almost the complete opposite, in a group of three. There is a full a full elven figure wearing plate decorated with purple purple marks. Behind her, in similar purple robes, a sorcerer with long flowing hair, also elven, um, as well as an older looking human. You would say he was uh, way past his prime, as he is bent over with age, but somehow still keeping up with the group. And in the rear, a tall, perhaps 7.5 to 8 feet tall figure, covered in black robes and armor, uh, wearing a, wearing a mask completely hiding his face and skin. Uh, they pass by your group. The dwarf just kind of grunts as he acknowledges you're passing by. The the elven woman, the same. The source, the in the robes, uh, the elf says, "Hello, everyone. It was a lovely day. It was so much nicer than yesterday. It's like nice to see you." The old man just doesn't even look up, and of course, the tall, dark figure stays silent, walking stiff-legged behind the crew.
Have we fought them before?
You don't recognize them.
Okay. Anybody else confused?
A little bit.
Mhm.
Alright. Take it. I
Okay.
guess I'll just leave.
Yeah. It's just two ships in the night. You just pass them by as you head further into the forest. Okay, and that's pretty much your day. Unless you guys want to do anything in the night, we can long rest and do D6 and D12 again for another day of travel.
Just continuing to, like I said, do the whole thing with the holy water.
Okay. All right. This time, Chris, can you give me a D6 and D12?
Absolutely. Let's see here. D6, D12. All right, your 6 is a 2 and your 12 is a 3.
Okay. So, it's another clear day as you continue to travel along the through the Misty Forest Trail. Um, it seems odd, you know exactly why it's no longer misty in the Misty Forest.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and because of the clear skies and the lack of mist, you can see a twin pair of images, uh, not images, a twin pair of black dots far above you, very hard to percept. But other than that, on this clear day, there's nothing really to see in the sky. All right.
There's stuff in the sky.
Yep. There's two small figures in the sky. They appear to be birds.
I very obviously need to invest in a telescope. Um,
And you said they are obvious birds, or they just appear like birds?
They are very small in the sky, so from their distance, unless you take a good solid look at them or get closer, they appear to be birds.
Can I look at them and determine if they are actually birds, or if they're something like me, or if they're like a larger bird that's just way off in the distance, or anything like that?
Make a perception check if you're gonna stay down by the caravan. If you're gonna fly up there,
I'll fly up a little bit, but not trying to get too close or draw attention to myself.
okay. Uh, so at like 50 feet, maybe.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. Make just a perception check then.
Okay. Ooh, that's bad. That's a 10.
With how high the sun is, it's kind of in your eye. You can't see what these things are.
Well, as long as they don't bother us, I see no issue. So I'll go back down to the ground.
Right. And as you continue to watch them, they appear to move away from the wagon train a bit and kind of and disappear beyond your sight in the sun's haze.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this night you are able to not have to camp because you arrive at the small town of Succomber. It's they have kept the orc wall that has been brought up. They have fixed many things in the several weeks that you have passed through here. In fact, there's a bit of some trading going on between the caravan and the people. The people seem to be trading fish stocks for things out of the wagon, such as furs and furs and ales, as well as oh, sorry. And let's do one more day of travel before I say we would be a good point to call it. Because this would be your 6th day, so that would probably be you're halfway there.
All right.
All right.
Go
I'll
ahead.
do it. I'll do it.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do it, Lou.
Okay. So there's a bit of a heavy overcast this morning. After you guys depart from Succomber, continuing on the road, which is basically two worn wheel tracks through the ground. Uh, as some rain comes on, the ground quickly turns to mud, and it seems that the lead wagon being pulled by 2 horses gets stuck. The driver gets very irate with the horse and begins to whip it.
Whip it good.
Yes. Move!
Into shape.
I go up to him and I say, "There's no need for that."
Shush!
Huh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get behind the wagon, and I'm going to cast spiritual weapon.
Uh-oh.
Except instead of my typical talon,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to make it kind of like a bird's head, and I'm going to tilt it down and force it to push the back of the wagon with enough of a jolt to get it unstuck, but also kind of jerk him a little bit. And then as soon as it does that, I'm immediately dispelling it.
You're definitely creative with your use of spiritual weapon. Let's see. I want to see what kind of damage it does, because if it might mess up the cart.
Well, I would assume Click would also have the awareness of like how to make it not deal damage.
Right.
Possibility.
And you're trying to lift it up?
Yeah, kind of like lift it up, but also kind of like push it. You know how like whenever something is stuck, you kind of lift, but also push forward at the same time?
Okay, well, since you're trying to push and lift, I would say this is a spectral weapon, and it does force damage. So, kind of damage is force damage. Now you can definitely like if you wanted to chop up the wagon, that'd be.
Not really my goal.
No, I know you're not. Pure magical energy channeled into harmful form. Okay. I would say that because it's not in the spell description, it's not a push. If you wanted
Okay.
to do like a thunder wave, it would that does cause a push,
Don't really have that prepared at the moment.
right? But like
But
that's just an example of a spell that I would say, yeah, you can totally push the wagon that way.
that's fine. But what I will do is I'll go up to the horses and I'll give them guidance.
Okay, yeah. The horses are acting a bit wild first before they let you touch them. You're gonna need to calm them down.
Oh, I didn't prepare calm emotions today. Let's see here. I can roll an animal handling check if you allow me to do that to try and calm them.
Yep, that works.
All right. Man, low rolls. That's a 9.
The horse in the rain gets spooked by the large bird, thinking that you're some kind of predator. Like pulls away from you and doesn't let you cast guidance.
Poor horse.
That's fine. Shoot.
If I see Click
Ah,
struggling,
I got it.
I'll just
Sorry.
push the.
If you see Click struggling, you want to help.
Yeah,
All
How
right.
do you want to help?
I want to push the cart.
Okay.
I got a final attempt I'd like to try.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull out that beautiful piece of amber, and I'm going to stand in
Uh-huh.
front of the horses, and I'm going to cast Insight Greed, specifically targeting the horses.
Does this burn the amber?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
I would
Yeah,
not
I'm-
do this so freely if it did.
I was like,
Okay. Let's see. I've never heard of this spell. When you cast a
either.
spell, you present the gem used as a material and choose any number of creatures within range. You target the horses. The wisdom save or be charmed. While charmed this way, a creature is nothing but use its movement to approach you in a safe manner. While infected creatures within 5 feet cannot move. Simply stares at the item.
So I'm going to back up enough so this way they would be in range to start moving towards it.
Right. Okay. Well, a horse does not have good wisdom.
That's what I'm hoping on.
Well, wait. One rolled a 5, one rolled a 17.
what the hell?
What is with your horses?
Why
I
is
don't- Hold on.
Spell save is 15.
I hope it has a negative. It should have a negative.
horses might actually have a positive?
A riding horse has a neutral.
Nice.
Maybe it's
Come
a
on,
draft
Logan.
horse. Maybe it's a draft horse and they're stupid.
Yeah.
I did not prepare enough spells for this.
I'm gonna speak with animals.
Draft horses are just as smart. Okay. How do you what all right, one horse sees the apple, what it thinks is a giant apple and starts pulling its way there. What does Katia do when she speaks with the animals?
The problem is the guy's hitting them, right?
Yes. Like they're stuck in the mud and the guy keeps like trying to spurn them forward.
All right, I'm gonna speak with animals and be like, "Hey, are you having a hard time? Would you like to push the cart to help?"
Yeah.
All right, I'll go push the cart.
Okay. The horses are going to make an athletics check with advantage because they really want to go forward for the apple and they're getting an assist from the back row. And hell, Lou's helping. Okay, I said at advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one I rolled was a 5.
Oh, I wouldn't know what to do at that point.
All right. with the combined exertions of Katya and Lou and Click inciting the greed of the horses, the cart is able to push free. Click, as you pass by, you can see where that whip landed several times on the horse, as he tried to spurn it forward.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on the horse.
Katya, you hear from the horse, Danke.
Ah,
The horse speaking German?
It's a German warm blood.
Okay.
Katya responds, bitte.
Spreche die Deutsch.
Manchmal.
I got a buddy of mine who's from Germany if you want to practice more.
I need to practice more. Nah,
Huh?
I took 2 years in college. I'm really bad at it.
9.
Okay. The rain continues on through the night, and everyone is miserable as the mud has begun to stick to everyone's wheels. For those of you that are able to set your own tents or seek shelter in the wagons, it is still a restless sleep. And I think that's a good point for us to stop, as you all are approximately halfway to Parnast.
All right, sounds good.
No sleep till Parnast.
I thought that was No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
It is.
I've never seen that.
It's a
Is it
song.
good?
Song.
Oh, yeah, I really haven't seen it then.
Beastie Boys.
Like, that's a shame.
I would like to apologize for how checked out I've been. I had a migraine this morning and have not really recovered.
I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.